Yep, we're picking some mulberries again, right guys? Came out earlier this morning and there were 3 squirrels on the white mulberry and a squirrel, at least one squirrel on this dwarf everbearing black so one. This could be a bad year. Squirrels, birds and stuff sometimes just wipe everything out. But, you know, it's weird because we came back here maybe a week or so ago and said it looked like something was getting them. And we didn't really see any ripe ones, but now there's probably several hundred ripe ones. So at this wetlands area here, way in the back, this is where the old banana bed was. We're just gonna try to do this naturally, you know, even if it takes a season or two. Here's some camphor. I'm just gonna lay it down and let it decompose naturally, and maybe before we plant we might put some stink water or something on it. But hey, it's probably not going to be planted at the end of the season, but we'll see. Maybe it will be. I just do not know. I said asparagus before, but there is some sun, but there's a lot of shade here. So here are the white mulberries. So we're definitely going to try to make a pie with the white ones this year. They're so much bigger. They do not have that flavor and tartness and acidity or whatever as the black everbearing dwarf. But with lemon juice, will it taste similar or the same? You can definitely eat them like this when they're kind of white, purplish, or you can wait till they get a little bit browner if the squirrels and all won't eat them and they're just like sugar water. As you can see now, our grafted pecan that we planted is leafing out quite a bit, and it's got, you know, branches and stuff coming all up and down the whole plant, which is, you know, starting to look nice. Maybe in a month it'll look really good. Since we started bottom watering these squasher pumpkins, they've perked up a little bit. So hopefully keeping them bottom watered until they're really perfectly happy might be the best bet for success. These are the pumpkin squash zucchini hybrids or whatever. Looks like our annual Tithonia is already getting ready to bloom again. Check out those bloom heads and all. Yesterday's video we talked about having like 7 types of fig trees that we have yet to plant. And we talked about having 6 total pomegranates, both in the ground and ones that we haven't planted yet. But what we didn't say is how many we actually got total in the ground and in the pots. Now, we're not going to count doubles like of the same cultivars. But let's just see how many we have. This guy here that's over 40 years old that my father planted, which is probably a Celeste or something like that. And then I purchased a black mission fig that turned out to be another Celeste. Plus we got 1 or 2 clones of the Celeste. And then I had another one, I think it was a LSU purple or violet de Bordeaux or something, that I never did anything until like just recently started growing. So it's been in the ground for like 10 years. 7 in the pots, 2 different cultivars that we've talked about so far in the ground, and just in the last 2 seasons we plant, you know, where we did our raised bed 1 and 2, we planted an Olympian and 4 other varieties of figs. In wetland zone 1 we even planted one right here just to see how it would do. And then when we add the potted ones that we haven't put in the ground, 7 more, that's 15 different cultivars of figs that we have. So 6 cultivars of pomegranates, 15 cultivars of figs, 5 Mexican cultivars of avocados plus potential seedlings in the future, another 10 to 20 cultivars of mulberries most likely, and a large variety of grafted and seedling citrus trees. Probably 7 plus cultivars of pre-grafted pawpaws plus seedlings plus root suckers, which would be genetically different than the grafted types. Plus I've grafted several varieties myself, and I forgot the tags on some of them, so I don't know what some of them are, but I know enough to look at my old orders and say if I order more grafting wood, don't order that same grafting wood, even if we had some failures. We're still sort of low on the totem pole as far as peaches, apples, pecans, and a variety of, you know, chestnuts and all that stuff. And I'm not even including like somewhat minor plants like blueberries, blackberries, and yada yada yada. Right in this area there's a little tiny bit of a mound. I don't know if you can see it or not, maybe like that when you look at it. That is where one of our Tennessee seedlings of a pawpaw used to be there. And we were trying to amend it, and we did ash, and I think we got too much clay because we were burning kitty litter and everything, like all natural clay litter, and incorporating it with the ash and all. And I think what happened was that it just got so densely packed with the clay material that the roots probably couldn't get much oxygen, so they died. But this should be a pretty neat little area if we wanted to do like a mycorrhizal bed or something. Maybe we need to break that up, add some more material that would loosen it up, build it, of course, raise it up a little bit higher than that, and do something there. Something needs to grow there, right? Check out the Meyer lemon on this other wetlands area that we put the blood orange and the mini Latangelo and the pomelo there. We got some impatiens here, and we got our wax beans looking pretty good. And over here with mini Latangelo, the longevity spinach is starting to really look a lot better. It was kind of half dead from the cold. Remember, we planted it, a few weeks ago, a month ago or so. Now it's nice and lush and green, and it'll get a lot more growth than that before we get, into our next cold season. So did I say earlier that I had 15 figs? Here's number 16, and I could barely see it. I was looking at this mulberry that popped up, and this mulberry looks kind of like a white, or maybe because it's so broad-leaved. I mean, this is a new seedling. It kind of almost looks like a Pakistan or something. But I did see like a heart-shaped leaf, or a couple of them that kind of remind me of, like, especially the red mulberries, that a lot of times they have a lot of these heart-shaped leaves. So we got another male Himalayan or Pakistan right over top of this tree. So this might be an interesting hybrid of something here. This looks different than most of the other seedlings we have tried. Could this be one that I rooted a couple years ago or something, and maybe didn't think it made it and just forgot about it? I don't know. Check out all these wild asters and all these honeybees and all around here on the Florida Betony and everything.
Mommy.
Field of goldenrods.
Mommy,
just coming up all over again. Well, I kind of wish that I could get some more planting, digging in the ground done on this video and a couple previous videos. Kids always home makes it very difficult to do. I was going to plant one of the pomegranates the other day, and I opened the gate saying just stay on the other side of the gate, don't let the dogs out. Guess what? Here comes two kids running, dogs out. And I didn't get to plant it. One of them decided to just jump the gate, and that was that. So there are things I haven't said that I'm going to be venturing into some of the named cultivars of another shrub, tree, plant, fruiting plant, and hopefully the ones I get are healthy and they'll grow well and all. And I want it to be a surprise, so I'm not going to say what it is, but in the future I think getting graft wood for some of the seedlings and stuff I already have is a very cool idea, thought. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but possibly next season or over the next few seasons. Alright guys, I think that's it. Take care.